It's not the hot market. If it's the hot market, if it's not a hard market, we got to do double the numbers. And the more important than anything else is not good edification. And last, most very important, people or there's rescheduling happening, and people don't know how to stop people from rescheduling. Don't know how to stop Okay, how many reasons is that? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another one. The other thing is there's too much distance between the appointments. So in other words, we might set up an appointment, but the next appointment is not until a long time from now. So we could say too much distance time or too much time between appointments. Okay. All right. How are we doing so far? Anybody got any question? Okay. So let's go deeper. So why is this important? Because if you remember, Alfonso, are you in control how many people are going to say yes? No. Okay. Are you in control, Juan, on how many people are going to become clients? No. Well, what can you have absolute control over? Rafi, what do I have control over? How about Gabriel? What's the thing I have control over?
I mean, I would say those 6 things, pretty much. List them out.
Well, what I have control over is how many appointments I do. You see what I'm saying? So, how many appointments I do, I have control over. But how many people say yes, I don't have control over. Okay? So, the reason, so we're going to go over the detail of these. But, so first of all, understand that you might do 10 appointments and you might get no result. But then you might do your next 10 appointments and then you get 6 people saying yes. Right, Dixon? So I could do 10. So this is just the ratios, right? So every business has its own ratio. So we know if we done 10 appointments and if everything goes well, we're going to have 10 clients or 10 business partners. Okay, if everything goes well, everything's smooth. Okay, see the balloons are coming out right now? Even Zoom agrees with me. Okay, so if everything goes well, now, again, I might do 10 appointments, nothing happens. And if I do another 10 appointments, I might get 6. I might actually get 10 appointments and get 6 results in the beginning. I might do another 10 appointments and nothing happens. How many of you guys understand? So it's very important to understand that you cannot beat the numbers. But the great news is the numbers cannot beat you either. And this is something that always gave me hope. Let me just say it again right here. So let's write it out. You cannot beat the numbers, but the numbers cannot beat you either. So, Rebecca, what does that mean?
It means that if you did 10 appointments and didn't get anybody, the odds are in your next 10 appointments, you will get double that.
Very simple, yes? So, good. So it gives you the guarantee. So I knew if I get this thing done, it's game over, okay? And it gave the control to me. See, so I'm a guy that I like guarantee. And if you ever talk to people who have jobs, which most of us come from a job market, we all like guarantee, yes? If anybody's ever had a job, we like the guarantee of the paycheck. So, and a lot of the people that are coming onto our business, they're, a lot of them, I would say 50 to 60, maybe 70% of them, right? Like Isia, they already come from a position where they had a job. And maybe then there's the other 30% are self-employed. But majority of them, they had a job and they like guarantees. So this is how I satisfied so when people got scared, when people were always fearless, how am I going to make money? I never worried about how I'm going to make money. Why? Because I knew if I had this many appointments, I'm always going to make money. How many of you guys understand what I'm saying? So it was never like, oh, will this work? Will it not work? It's just like how many appointments I got to do. If I do this many, the money is going to come. Okay? So we're going to go through it tonight. And if you guys had questions, you ask. Okay? So tonight you ask before we break. And then after break, you can ask Jaime also. Now, let's talk about one more thing here that I want to tell you guys. So one of the things that I've seen challenge with people is this process of, so if you actually, how many of you guys are listening to Bob Proctor? I mean, I'm going someplace with this, okay? So great job. So those of you guys who are listening to Bob Proctor understand that if you actually truly feel it, if you actually truly feel the energy, feel the vibration, if you actually do that stuff, everything is going to happen, yes? We know this, okay? And anybody wants to prove me wrong, prove me wrong. I can guarantee you don't need anything else beside that. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to work harder, okay? So listen to this, Ray, Jaime, Lakeisha, this one's for you. You don't even need to work harder. You actually need to feel more, okay? If you're going to work harder on something, that would be the thing, okay? All right. And just kind of let go and let God and just feel the energy and it's going to come, okay? And you got to start. Remember we talked about this at the event? You can either dream about money or worry about money. Don't even raise your hand. How many guys worried about money today? Okay, don't raise your hand, okay? So, Alfonso, I said don't raise your hand. He's like, automatic reaction. Okay, because if you did not dream about money today, I can guarantee you worried about it. If you did not put some goals down, some dreams down, something that's really fires you up, if you did not get excited about it, if you did not read it, if you did not read it out loud, if you did not imagine it, I can guarantee you thought about the exact opposite. Something that's not going right, the worries, fears, one of those things, okay? So that is an absolute important thing. However, what I found out is majority of people, okay, not everybody on this call, but majority of people have a challenge with their identity, where as far as believing that they deserve to win at the highest level, okay? Who's with me on this? So, Juan, but majority of people, they're like, it's possible, but is it going to happen for me? Michael, does this make sense? So majority of people are like, yes, I could see it's possible for me to make $500,000. I see it's possible for me to make $1 million. But is it really possible to happen for me? And even if it is possible to happen for me, it's going to happen long time from now. Okay, it's not anytime soon. Who's understand what I'm saying? Okay, so Matthew, which is a problem. Okay, because when something is so far down the road, we take our time. Make sense? So if I tell Matthew, let's go run for 100 miles, Matthew wants to get ready. Yes? He's like, let me grab my bottle of water, let me get my shoes, let me just really get, because it's 100 miles. I need to get ready. I need to practice. I need to get ready. Okay. But if the run is, let's just say 10 meters, there's no getting ready. You just go, right? So the key is to bring in that picture that's way far, all the way close. Okay. So stay with me. Now, here's the key in there, Matthew. So, this is where hard work comes in. Okay? This is where hard work comes in. So, most people, good people, if there's 50 of us right here, and there's a pizza right here, and let's just say we all ate, okay? We all had one slice so far, okay? And there's one pizza left, and there's 50 of us. Most good people like wait for somebody else to come in and grab the pizza, right? Or how many guys ever done this where you've been at a party or something like that, and then there was the last piece of pizza was left, or the last piece of chicken was left, and then like you kind of felt uncomfortable eating it, and it's like, hey, does anybody want this? Anybody know? Like, anybody know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Like, raise your virtual hand. If you were at a party, if you've been at a party, there's a pizza or something, there's one slice left, or there's some chicken, there's only one slice left, and you kind of like don't feel comfortable like eating that last piece. You already had one piece, okay, and maybe everybody else had one piece, or you don't even know, but you just kind of like feel uncomfortable a little bit eating that last piece. It's like, hey, everybody, does anybody want this last piece? And usually we wait for it. So usually people, especially people that are givers, think they have that kind of mentality that they wait. Okay, now here's the problem. When it comes to life, okay, if pizza, Stephen, represented the goodies of life, okay, so every good thing that's in there in life, whether it's all the goodies, whether it's dreams, all the dreams that you can think of. Maybe it's a dream house or a car or vacations or time with their family, goodies of life, money, net worth, Vincent, all of the goodies. It represents that pizza, okay? So a lot of times people in life, okay, they also don't go after, they don't want to have they don't go after that slice of pizza, that last slice of pizza. Imagine the last slice of pizza being representing what I'm talking about, okay? In other words, even though in life, the difference is the pizza is not limited. So the real pizza is limited, you follow? But the last pizza in life, in goodies, is unlimited. How many guys understand what I'm saying? It's as many of them, Saida. Like, you can have as many of them. So, and this is what I mean when I say most people really deep inside, they don't really believe that they deserve all the goodies. Okay? And the key in winning is that inside, you gotta want to grab that slice. And I'm not talking about when you go next time to the party, you grab that slice. I'm talking about out of life. Because life, it doesn't work like this, that there's only 8 slices of pizza. There's an unlimited amount of pizza. If you have more, somebody else doesn't have less. Just so you know. You can have more and can have more and can have more. Doesn't matter. It's unlimited. They're printing money every day. Okay? There's unlimited. How many guys understand what I'm saying? Okay? So, now, how do you do it? The best way that I know. Okay, please take this advice in the next couple of months. And okay, you need to believe, and you need to believe that you deserve to win at the highest level. Okay, that you need to be the MVP. Okay, who becomes the MVP? The person who really believes it. So let me explain. Jaime, let me explain this. This is why hard work matters. This is why it's so important to actually work hard. And when I say work hard, I don't mean just work hard at your job. I mean work hard in business. I mean and I don't mean, Matthew, you're just busy. Okay? I had some busy time today, and I just absolutely hated it. Okay? Because normally I like every 30 minutes to be scheduled. Every 30 minutes. I want to know exactly what's happening in that day. Exactly every 30 minutes. I want to know. And the days that I have that, it feels freaking amazing. And if I don't do it for a little bit, man, that's just I'm pissed off. Okay, a little bit. So let's talk about Seda, why this matters. Okay, one of you guys are gonna get this. This is too deep for some of you guys right now in this training, but I'm gonna give it anyway. When you work your butt off, Rebecca, and I'm talking about you planned every 30 minutes, where you work so hard, where it's like midnight, where it's like 1 a.m. You don't need to do this always, Doris, but you do need to know at one time in your career. Okay? Matthew, you with me? Where it's like 12 o'clock at night, or 1 o'clock at night, or 2 o'clock at night, and you really worked your butt off that day. You had appointments after appointments after appointments. Your appointments rescheduled. You booked another one. This thing canceled. You went to meet somebody else. This thing didn't happen. You met with somebody else. You made some calls. You did, but you really worked hard. Nick, this one's for you. When you look at yourself in the mirror, okay, at the end of the night, and then you look at yourself, you're like, I couldn't have done one more appointment. There's nothing left. And the moment that happens, then there's this little voice that comes into your head that says, you know what? This is why you freaking deserve to win. This is why you deserve to be freaking MVP. This is why you deserve to make the money that you make. This is why you deserve to make $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. Because you doing this, nobody else is willing to do. How many guys understand what I'm saying? And then you stack those up on top of each other, day after day after day after day. Like you see, and you're like, dude, freaking nobody does what I do. Therefore, I freaking deserve to win. So I am not saying this is the key, because you can attract this, but it's so important for the majority of us that comes from a place of where we don't think like this. Okay? Most people don't believe they deserve the world. Okay? And they should be number one and da-da-da-da-da. They think it wasn't a bad thing. See, this is why a lot of people, when you ask them what they want, they say, I don't want a lot. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be financially independent. I just want to have a comfortable house. I just want to have a nice house. You know, you don't really need anything. Anybody, like, I just want everybody to know, you don't need anything. You can technically sleep in your car and be still happy. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? I slept in my car and I was happy. Okay? So it's not a matter of what you need, it's a matter of wanting. Okay? I want this. Okay? One thing makes us dream, makes us envision, makes us think. Okay? So the only prerequisite is what? Wanting. I want a $5 million house. I want a $10 million house. I want this. I want this. I want this. None of them is a must. None of them is a need. Okay? Do you think the billionaire guy who has a yacht, that guy must, it was not a must, but do you think the guy who has a yacht, he was like, I need to have a yacht? No. They wanted it, and then they made it a must. Who's with me on this? Am I going too deep right now for you? Okay. So, what's the moral of the story? Matthew. So, here's what I want you guys to do as a Christmas gift to yourself. Okay? So, what I want is, when Christmas comes this year, and by the way, you need to make a decision that you're going to make 2025 the best year of your life. Not 2026, by the way. We have enough time to make this the best year of our life. So whatever the thing is, Doris, whatever the thing is, Nick, just make a decision. Make a decision, Juan, right now, that I am going to make 2025 the best year of my life. I will remember this year for all the special things that's happened this year. This was the year. I remember I did this when COVID happened. When COVID happened and everybody was panicking, okay? When everybody was like freaking out and everything was canceling and all that kind of stuff, I said, I love this. Here's what I'm going to do. 2020 is the best year of my life. 2020 is the best year of my life. I said it every single day. I say I will remember this as the best year of my life. Okay, and guess what? That was definitely one of the best years of my life. Income wise, cash flow wise, business wise, health wise. I lost a ton of weight that year. Okay, I proposed to Lizzie that year. I made the most money that year. I did everything that year. Okay, it was freaking awesome. I made my faith stronger that year. 2020 was like this. Okay, so guess what, Jaime? I'm saying 2025 is the best year of my life. 2025 is the best year of my life. Keep saying it, you guys. Keep saying it. The game is not over until it's over. So, this year, Ray, is the best year of my freaking life. I hope you're saying it. And the biggest gift I can give you, if I were to give a gift, if this was Christmas, okay, and I was going to give you a gift, would be this. That you work so hard just so where you can see yourself in the mirror. I'm not going to tell you. Nobody else is going to tell you. Is you. Is when you look at it and it's so late, Jaime, and everybody else is doing something else. And it's midnight. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're reading your business plan out loud and you look like a crazy person. Okay? You look at yourself as like, look, who's reading their business plan this late? Everybody would be freaking sleeping right now. Who would work as hard as I did? Who would drive this much? Who would do this many appointments? Who would take all of this stuff? Who would take all this hit and keep going? Like, keep saying that, and really, this is the biggest gift you would give really to yourself that I want for you more than anything else this year is you one day, just for a period of time, maybe 1 month, where you just work your butt off so hard that you believed you deserve the world. You start believing like nobody freaking deserves to win more than me. I freaking need to make $1 million. If I can't make $1 million, nobody can make $1 million. This is stupid. That's where I want you guys to get. Good? Good. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go back here, Jaime. So what Jaime is going to do right now, we're going to break with the SMD school, but for people who are in the SMD school, but everybody else, we're going to master this. So what does it mean, setting up appointment correctly? Setting up appointment correctly, it means that we did not give too much information. It means we did not talk about life insurance. It means we did not talk about investment. It means we did not talk about I just joined this business. It means that we did not do any of those things. It was very simple. Let's just say you had a new art of living. It was the exact text. Hey, what are you doing? I just came across this called the New Art of Living. Amazing way of thinking. Unbelievable. Everybody should know this. Anyway, I'm putting a little get together at my house. Come over. What is it about? Just come over. You're going to see it. It's just a completely different way of thinking. It's a very interesting philosophy. So if I'm talking to a good friend, yes? How we doing? Okay? So that's what we mean by setting it up correctly. If they ask you the question, you know the answer. If they're not close. Not the right market. It means you're not talking to somebody who's 20 years old. Okay? If you're talking to a lot of people like they're 20 years old, ask Kate. Even though we say it, people do it. Okay? And what happens when you're in that market, you end up doing a lot of appointments. Everybody gets excited. Everybody comes on board. It looks like you're busy. It looks like you're doing appointments because young people get excited very fast, but they also die very fast. Okay? So that would be a young market. Okay? How about a market where they don't have any money at all? Nothing. If there's a market that there's no money at all in there, well, they need to get a job, yes? So remember, the business is for people who want it, not people who need it. A lot of times in business, we want to give this business who need it. Like, this person is really good, they really need this. Okay, that's not who it is. Hot market, staying in the hot market, good edification. Jaime is gonna go over this. We're gonna master this. We wanna go multiple times in breakout, Jaime, and practice this. Where we're setting up the appointment correctly. Hey, you know how you always talk about you want to spend more time with your kids? Well, I've been learning some great information. This is why I want you to see some of the stuff that I've been learning. Again, maybe for you or not, but this information is unbelievable. But let me tell you a little bit about my friend. Great dad, amazing husband, just very busy. I just want you to know how much I appreciate him, how much he's taught me this education. The fact that he's took this much time out of his schedule and he taught me this, it blows my mind. Knowing how busy he is, I'm so grateful that he was able to jump on the call. So really getting good at that. Now, knowing how to stop people from rescheduling. When they tell you, say, hey, I can't make it tonight. They say this is a second appointment. They say, oh, no problem. We can meet anytime. Okay, first of all, is everything good? Yes, everything's good. I just got to drop the kids off. I forgot that I got to drop the kids. Okay, no problem. Fine with me. We can actually set up another time and a different thing. However, I know that Jaime had to change stuff and move things from his schedule to make sure that we actually can meet. Is there any way we can still jump on for at least 15-20 minutes? Because I don't want to look bad in front of him. Okay, can we jump on real quick? And keeping that appointment, leveraging the trainer that way. And if they say they can't, you say, okay, will you help me out real quick? Can we just jump on a call real quick and call him? I don't want to look bad in front of him. Maybe we can just reschedule, apologize and reschedule, because I'm really trying to impress him. So really getting good at that, making sure the appointments are not too far from each other. So this is what we're going to practice. If you master this is the basics, and it takes a while to master it. But if you master it, it depends how much time you put in. You can really master it in one day if you actually truly care and really practice it. So, Jaime, I'm going to give this to you. You take over here, and what we're going to do, those of you guys who are in the SMD school, I'm going to put in a different link